Picture a quiet road at sunrise. The kind of road where the air still feels cool, where the light lands softly on old fence posts, and where you can almost hear history before you see it. Now imagine something coming toward you through that golden haze. At first, you think you recognize it. The stance, the wheels, the old school proportions. But then your brain hesitates because something about it feels wrong. The cab is too far forward. The shape is too boxy. The proportions feel like they were designed by someone who had never seen a normal truck before. And yet, it's real. It existed. It was built. It worked. And at some point, it carried real people, real cargo, and real stories. Today on Timeless Treasures, we're counting down 10 of the strangest classic trucks that actually existed, and, more importantly, why they were built in the first place. Because once you understand the job, the strange design suddenly makes sense. Number 10. The Volkswagen Type 2 Single Cab Pickup. Most people know the VW bus, but fewer remember its working class cousin. A pickup built on the same friendly rear engine platform. To American eyes, it looks almost too cute to be a truck. A small cabin, a flatbed, and that unmistakable rounded shape that feels more like a bakery delivery van than a workhorse. But in post-war Europe, small businesses didn't need giant engines. They needed something that could squeeze through narrow streets, sip fuel, and run forever with simple maintenance. The single cab did exactly that. Strange by one standard, perfect by another. A reminder that truck doesn't always mean big. Sometimes it means clever. Number 9. The Chevrolet Corvair Rampside. Chevrolet took the already controversial rear-engine Corvair and turned it into a truck. Then they added a feature so unusual, it still makes people stare. A loading ramp built into the side of the bed. Not a tailgate, a ramp on the side. The idea was pure efficiency. Roll cargo straight up from the curb. No lifting, no awkward angles. And for delivery work in tight spaces, it was genuinely practical. The Rampside looks strange because it was designed like a tool, not a style statement. And today, it stands as proof that there was a time when big manufacturers still took risks if it solved a real-world problem. Number 8. Classic cab-over-engine delivery trucks. These trucks have almost no hood. The driver sits above the engine, close to the front edge of the vehicle. From the outside, the shape feels like a rolling box. From the inside, it feels like you're piloting an industrial machine. Why build a truck like that? Because in crowded cities, inches matter. Cab-over designs make the overall vehicle shorter while allowing more cargo space. They turn tighter, they dock easier. They're built for urban work, warehouses, docks, and streets, where a long-nosed truck becomes a problem. To some people, they look strange. To the people who use them, they looked like a solution. Number 7. The Jeep Forward Control. If a normal Jeep is a mountain goat, the forward control looks like that mountain goat put on a hard hat and showed up for work. Jeep pushed the cab forward, almost over the front axle, so the bed could be longer without making the vehicle longer. The proportions are unforgettable. The hood is barely there. The windshield stands almost vertical. It looks like a compact bulldozer learned to drive. But it was built for serious use. Farms, utilities, municipal fleets, even emergency services. It wasn't designed to impress anyone. It was designed to work. And the strange shape tells you exactly that. Number 6. The Subaru Brat. At first glance, it looks like a small pickup made for adventure. Light, practical, capable in snow and mud. But then you notice the detail that makes people blink twice. 2 seats, mounted in the truck bed. Not in the cab, in the open bed. Why would anyone do that? Because of rules. In some markets, import taxes and vehicle classifications depended on whether it was considered a passenger vehicle or a commercial truck. Subaru found a loophole by adding rear-facing seats. It's bizarre, yes, but also fascinating. It's a classic truck shaped not just by engineering, but by paperwork. And somehow, that weird decision became part of its charm. Number 5. The Dodge Low Red Express. This one wasn't strange because it was subtle. It was strange because it was loud. Bright paint, bold graphics, and those famous twin vertical exhaust stacks rising behind the cab like a big rig. It looked like a custom show truck that somehow rolled straight out of the factory. And here's the twist. It wasn't only about looks. For its era, it was shockingly quick. A muscle truck before the world had a name for that concept. It's strange because it refuses to behave like a normal work vehicle. It was built to make an entrance. And it still does. Number 4. The Citroën 2CV Pickup. If your idea of a truck is tough steel and big torque, the 2CV Pickup will challenge everything you believe. Skinny tires, a tiny engine, a body that looks almost delicate. By some standards, it barely looks like a truck at all. But it was engineered for rural life, rough roads, farms, small deliveries, and daily survival. It wasn't built to be powerful. It was built to be unstoppable. Cheap to run, easy to repair, soft suspension that could carry loads across terrible roads without shaking itself apart. The 2CV Pickup is strange because it looks gentle, but it's tough in a quiet way, the kind of toughness that earns trust. Number 3. The Renault 4 Utility Variants. In many European towns, the most important vehicles weren't glamorous. They were dependable. Machines that delivered mail, tools, bread, and supplies. Vehicles that showed up every morning and came home every evening without drama. The Renault 4 and its utility forms lived in that world. Part van, part pickup in spirit. Simple, almost appliance-like. Not trying to look strong, not trying to be cool. And that's exactly what makes it fascinating today. It represents a kind of honest engineering. Build what people need, keep it simple, keep it moving. Number 2. The Mercedes-Benz Unimog. If the word truck had a Swiss Army knife, it would be the Unimog. A classic Unimog doesn't fit one category. It's part tractor, part off-road beast, part work platform. Designed for agriculture, military use, rescue, and industrial jobs. High ground clearance, portal axles, a chassis built to flex, mounting points for equipment like snowplows, winches, cranes, and tools most trucks could never carry. It looks strange because it's built for places where normal roads don't exist. And once you've seen a Unimog climb, pull, and crawl through impossible terrain, the shape stops being strange. It becomes inevitable. And now, number 1, the micro-utility truck idea. This is where truck becomes almost philosophical, because in some corners of history, utility didn't mean bigger, it meant smaller. It meant fitting into spaces where nothing else could go. Tight urban lanes, warehouses, compact delivery routes, short distance work. These tiny utility machines, micro-scale work vehicles, feel almost unbelievable today. They look like toys, but they were built for real jobs in real places where footprint mattered more than horsepower. And that's why they deserve the number 1 spot. Because they remind us that the idea of a truck has never been one fixed shape. Classic trucks were always answers. Answers to geography, answers to economy, answers to regulations, answers to human need. So the next time you see a vintage truck that looks wrong, don't dismiss it. Ask the question, what problem was it built to solve? Because once you know the answer, the truck stops being strange and becomes something better. It becomes a story.